Good evening. I'd like to call to order this regular meeting for the Ballston Spa Central School District Board of Education. Can we all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to welcome everyone who is watching on the live stream. I'd like to welcome all of you who are here in person. We have quite a crowd in person because we're going to have some great entertainment and recognition tonight. And for those of you who are here, if for any reason we need to evacuate the library, there is the entrance that leads out into the hallway, and behind me in either corner are the doors that lead outside. So I'm going to add some congratulations to our girls swim and dive team, but Dr. Duke is going to expand on that. And I think we're ready for our recognition.
Thank you very much. So yes, congratulations to our girls swim and dive team who are sectional champs. They are off to Rochester tomorrow to compete at states. Looking forward to see how they do, but tremendous achievement, so congratulations. Also wanted to thank our high school PTSA for sponsoring our annual Breakfast of Champions. That was attended by 9th graders who have achieved a first quarter GPA of 90 or better. And a special thanks to some of our partners who donated the food over at King's Dairy, Milton Hannaford, Lakeside Farms, and Coffee Planet. So thank you very much. And then it is my pleasure to bring on Mr. Lopez and members of Troop who are going to be talking and potentially giving us a performance. They're just going to be talking about the upcoming fall production.
All right. Thank you for having us come visit you tonight. We've had a very busy week. We are in Tech Week for Peter and the Starcatcher. If you've been around for about 10 years-ish, I did Peter and the Starcatcher 9 years ago, and we are actually for the first time repeating a season. Not only are we doing Peter and the Starcatcher, but in the spring we're going to be doing Addams Family. It's the exact same season that I did. The reason I picked Peter and the Starcatcher is I had this amazing group of kids. Also, this time around, Mr. R and Mrs. Chamberlain are helping us out with the music of Peter and the Starcatcher, but it's a tough show. The kids are going to tell you a little bit more about it, but I cannot be more proud and impressed on what they've accomplished this past week and the growth that I've seen from them. So, who's going first? Maeve, it's you? Yes. All right.
Our show, Peter and the Starcatcher, is unique. Unlike the typical plays we have performed in the past falls, this show includes multiple singing and dancing numbers. You may say it's a playsicle. We have over 40 students involved in pit, cast, and crew who worked together to put on this show.
Hi, my name is Libby Stavers, and I'm playing Peter in Peter and the Starcatcher. Peter and the Starcatcher is a comedic prequel to the story of Peter Pan. It follows young protagonists, Molly and Peter, as they learn lessons, go on adventures, and change from children to heroes. Peter and the orphans are sent on a ship, the Neverland, where they meet Molly, who is a starcatcher and tasked with protecting magical star stuff, a magical substance that grants magical abilities. Conflict arises when the star stuff is in danger by pirates like the hilarious and villainous Blackstash. Throughout the play, the kids discover the meaning of true leadership, identity, and friendship.
So we will have our opening night show tomorrow at 7 p.m. We'll have a show on Friday at 7 p.m. and 2 shows on Saturday, one at 1 p.m. and one at 7 p.m. We hope to see you there.
And you are?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Roman Mangino, and I'm playing Blackstash, a.k.a. Captain Hook.
Maeve.
Thank you.
I'm Maeve DeFrankville, and I'm playing Molly Astor.
So it's a fun show. It's a coming to life show, coming to age show. It's really based on creativity, and that's something that we strive for. The cast is not only our stage hands, but they are also sometimes our scenery as well. So we really hope to see you there. So thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah. Where do you want us to go? All right. Scooch in.
Thank you. Congratulations.
That does conclude recognition.
Okay, thank you. And thank you so much to Mr. Lopez and Mr. Rettersdorf and all the other staff members and parents and volunteers who make the production so wonderful. We look forward to it. We wish them the best of luck and say break a leg, not literally. We are at the first time for public comment. Do we have anyone signed up? We do not. Our student government report. Tina Marie and Karina, welcome.
Good evening, everyone. We're continuing with our Thanksgiving food drive through the high school through the end of the week to Friday. We're asking for non-perishable food donations for each grade. So the freshmen will be bringing stovetop stuffing, sophomores instant mashed potatoes, juniors canned vegetables, and juniors canned cranberries, and seniors canned vegetables. We will be also asking staff to bring in gravy and dessert.
The class that brings in the most items will receive a $500 donation to be put towards their prom, and currently the senior class is in the lead. Our next upcoming event will be the Holiday Trivia, which will be hosted in the high school library on December 4th at 6 p.m. It is open to grades K through 12 and community members, so make sure to sign up.
Thank you. Any questions? Mr. Dreer. So every year we try and field a team, and every year we expect to win, and every year we get close. But yes, I think it would be wonderful if we can field the team. Certainly we'll canvass everybody to talk about it. But it's a wonderful evening. In general, there's some sort of refreshments. Are there refreshments this year? Do we know what they are?
Hot chocolate and munchkins and some candy and chips.
Exactly. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. We appreciate everything you're doing. Look forward to the holiday trivia night. Next up is our approval of minutes. Okay, I have a motion to approve the minutes for the November 5th, 2025 regular meeting.
So moved.
Any amendments or additions? Not hearing any. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The minutes are approved. We have our superintendent's report. Dr. Duca.
So thank you very much. Tonight, I will be presenting on our upcoming capital project, which we call Capital Project 2026. And so really, tonight is about 2 years in the making, actually a little bit more. What we've tried to do with this project is really elevate our facilities, our infrastructure, but also enhance the academic and educational experience for our students in some of the extracurricular areas across the district. And so when we talk about a meaningful diploma for all our students, we do a lot of great things in this district. Great teachers, great students, and really the goal of this project is to really elevate our facilities and bring them on par with all the great things that our students are doing and our staff are doing, and really our community in general. And so this particular project has been designed with these commitments in mind. When we talk about, creating the proposals, we wanted to make sure that we were supporting our district goals, our building goals, but also making sure that we were really trying to give our students the best. And so a real brief update here. So June of '24, a lot of meetings with building principals, stakeholders, really talking about the must-haves, the infrastructure pieces, and there's a lot of infrastructure embedded in this project. And then also by building, what did we want to look at for upgrades? What were some of the items that, if we were able to structure this in a way, some of the things that we wanted to really enhance our student experience. Last year was really spent with planning phases with our internal stakeholders, architects, our project manager, our board facilities committee. We have weekly team meetings with the architects and our project manager. See Brian's in those, and our facilities director, Mr. Martin. We created a stakeholder survey that was distributed last June. And so that went to students, staff, the community at large. We had over 500 respondents on that, which we'll talk about in a little bit later. I'm going to see if we can just play. Job of maintaining our schools and athletic spaces. It's a testament to their skill that the aging infrastructure, equipment, and materials are not noticeable at first glance when visiting any of our schools. This doesn't mean, however, that items either close to exceeding their useful life are not present. Take, for instance, the high school. Many community members think of this as a new building. The reality is that it was constructed in 1998, so items like the roof, chillers, and cooling towers are approaching 30 years of age with obvious signs of deterioration.
We're running on borrowed time with our cooling towers. The interior of those is just rusted out, so they are functional right now, but they could stop working anytime.
Another item original to the building is the auditorium. The seating, carpeting, and lighting are all approaching the 30-year mark. We now have more than 100 students involved in troupe presenting award-winning performances each year. Updating the venue they perform in will allow the program greater opportunities to expand.
This should be our flagship space for the community and for our school district. We have multiple concerts here, and so having the community come in and enjoying the space, I think it's really important.
We put on over 30 events a year, and unfortunately, our talent is there, but our facilities are not matching what we have currently for talent.
Ballston Spa has a long history of community support for our athletic teams. Nothing captures Scotty's pride quite like watching a game under Friday night lights or witnessing our track and field athletes set yet another school, division, or state record. To allow our athletes to train and compete at a high level, our plan is to improve the entrance to our main field, replace the existing field with synthetic turf, install a brand new track with grass or turf field, install new visitor bleachers, construct a new press box, relocate the tennis courts to allow for additional parking, and expand the weight room used by athletes.
When you see a team in the weight room right now, it's capacity. Like, it is packed in here, and then there's kids in the hallway doing box jumps and med ball slams, which can interrupt other things happening in the building. Our weight room and fitness center will just help our athletes build confidence in themselves, not only like physically, but also like mentally and emotionally.
We want our students to be proud of their school and want the community to feel welcome and comfortable while supporting our athletes. These improvements will not only enhance our district appeal and provide an inviting space to host visiting teams, but also allow our athletes the best opportunity to hone their skills with safe and modern spaces. The Career Technical Education CTE offerings available to the high school students allow them to pursue programs in business management and marketing, pre-engineering, and building science. The storage space required for these programs can be extended with technology, tools, and building materials to account for, and the current space is bursting at the seams.
It would be great if we had an enclosed space where we could do our work that is this large. That way we're out of the weather. If we were able to clean up that area that, stuff is cluttering around, give us more floor space, we would have that area to improve our instruction, make it easier for the kids to get through.
This plan will allow us to increase the amount of storage spaces as well as create better organization. At our middle school, we'll be adding a library classroom. This will enhance the learning experiences for both the students and staff, as well as provide an additional space for professional development opportunities.
I'm super excited for this. There's many times when I am teaching and we have students coming in and I have to like get louder, and it'll be nice to have a classroom where it feels more like a teaching environment.
We'll also be renovating the kitchen and installing new equipment. This is the oldest kitchen in all of our buildings and it is in need of significant updating. As we all know, the winter weather can be rough on our sidewalks, roadways, and parking lots. And we'll be making small improvements at many of our buildings to surfaces that have cracked or settled. The Wood Road elementary spaces need the most attention currently, so we'll be correcting many cracks and deterioration issues within the lots, sidewalks of that building. The Ballston Spot community's commitment to supporting education dates back to the 1800s. Continuing to improve our district facilities allows us to offer the best opportunities for our students to grow and learn. The ultimate goal is for all students to achieve a meaningful diploma that prepares them for the next step in life.
And so that can be viewed on our district website as well. And so we talked about the survey that went out, and I just wanted to pull up one data point here on this survey. And so we asked our stakeholders for priority areas. And as you can see, safety and security, educational spaces, athletics, the arts. But really, this proposed project really does have something for everyone. So I'm confident that we've hit something in this project for all of the folks' priority areas that were identified. And so tonight I'm really just going to go over the project scope, as well as the schedule and cost and overall tax impact on our stakeholders. And so the total project cost, we're coming in at just under $62 million, $61,813,000. So I wanted to just take this opportunity to explain that a capital project is very different from the annual budget process. Capital improvement project is separate, and through New York State, we have limits on capital improvements that we can do on an annual basis, and that caps us at about $100,000 per year. We call these outlay projects, and so for instance this year we're addressing the cafeteria partition between the Wood Road and Milton Terrace buildings. We're doing that outside the capital project as an outlay project. Just for some more scale, so when you add up all the air conditioning components in this project, it's about $8.3 million. So that would take us about 83 years to complete if we went by the $100,000 each year. So very important to delineate. This is very separate from the annual budget process. And so there's a lot of thought and planning that's gone into this. And as you'll see through these next few slides here, really our goal for this project was to really address the infrastructure needs. There's you're going to see a lot of things, hot water heaters, furnaces, generators, the roofs, the parking lots, paving, in addition to some of the more exciting things that we have planned as well. There are portions of this project that are not state aidable, and really what that boils down to when we're expanding outside the footprint of a school building or transportation, so things like the grounds building, maintenance facility, these things aren't covered, which we'll talk about. So we'll start with grounds, maintenance, and transportation. We'll start with transportation. So number one here, this is a lot of pavement replacing that'll encompass most of our yard here. Number two is we're really preparing ourselves for the EV bus mandate. If you recall, last year we did a separate proposition on an EV bus, which passed. And so we're waiting to take delivery of that bus. We're currently working on one of those outlay projects for a level 3 charger to help us accept delivery of the bus. We start to learn on it. Our mechanics can start to train on it. But we are getting ready for the push 2027 and beyond, when right now the requirement is that all our buses will need to be purchased as EV. So we want to lay a lot of the infrastructure, a lot of the groundwork, the conduit. So that's what number 2 is. And then number 3 is fuel island lighting in the canopy. Over at our grounds building, this is the building closest to the current stadium. It houses a lot of our equipment. It's in disrepair. The roof leaks. It's a very old building, and so we need to have some improvements and address some areas there, especially with the roof, the overhead doors, install a new oil water separator. The maintenance building is actually a little bit newer of a building. It's behind Wood Road. The issue there is it's not big enough, so we want to expand that to include a workshop for our maintenance staff and also some storage for parts that we use throughout throughout the district. You know, one thing that kind of masks the age of especially the high school and middle school is the tremendous job that our maintenance facilities and grounds do. You know, this building here is almost 30 years old. It is in very good shape, but there are some things that are starting to break down that we need to be addressed in this project. Our elementary buildings. And so over at Malta, what I've done is tried to break it up by health and safety components and other improvements. And so the common theme that you'll see in our elementary buildings is we are bringing a lot of air conditioning infrastructure to the buildings. Some of our buildings have some, others do not. Really the goal of this project is to bring air conditioning to the larger areas, but also installing that infrastructure so as we move down the line, then we can start to address other classrooms that don't have air conditioning in particular areas in a building. So what you'll see here is cafeterias, gymnasiums, auditoriums, and special education classrooms will all have air conditioning as part of this proposed project. We're also going to be looking to replace the district office roof, installing an additional playground. It's not new, we're just going to renovate one of the playgrounds that is over at Malta Ave. We'll be fencing in the enclosed playground. Right now it has kind of a 3/4 of a fence and it's pretty open, so for safety reasons we want to complete that fence. Upgrading some library furniture, installing a new hot water heater, some asphalt improvements. And so if you take a look at the scope of work, we'll be replacing some of the sidewalks. Number 3 here is actually the existing secondary playground here. We're going to be putting some new equipment there, really bringing it up to par, making some nice improvements for the students there. This is the fence. So right now this is all enclosed with the fence, and we just want to kind of complete the loop so that we can make sure that our students are safe. Replacing the roof and then some pavement, paving. We try to grow grass there every year. It turns into a mud pit, so we're going to pave it over and address those situations there. One of the areas that the district also owns is Eastern Ave, Building and Fields. And so the existing building will remain. That'll be used for storage and some other breakout rooms, conferences potentially. But we're also adding a new building, completely ADA accessible, plumbing, full bathrooms. And Eastern Ave is used a lot during the day by our Malta PE classes, but it is also currently used by a lot of our youth sports, community outlets. There's a lot of academic programming that happens, enrichment opportunities throughout the year, but also a lot of summer programming. So this will be a really great bonus for our community. Over at Gordon Creek, you see the air conditioning. This is one of our newer buildings. However, we're going to be adding air conditioning to the cafeteria, gymnasium, special education classrooms. We're replacing the stage curtain. If you've been over at Gordon Creek, there is a computer conference room above the library. And if you have 2 meetings going on at the same time, people kind of talk over each other, so we want to just close that in. Make it a little bit nicer for the folks over there. One of the other themes at the complex anyway will be fencing in a lot of the wood line, fencing in some of the play areas for our students as just a kind of added safety precaution, and then a lot of asphalt improvements. Wood Road and Milton Terrace, again, you see the air conditioning. And so what this air conditioning will allow is, if we do have one of those hot days, we have that new law now. If a classroom gets to 88 degrees, we're supposed to vacate to the extent possible. And so by having these cooler areas, we'll be able to move students, cool them down, move the staff. We won't have to dismiss students early. I'm sure the students in the audience are upset about that. But this is all part of the plan to make sure that we're educating our students on a day-to-day basis. You see some toilet room renovations over at Wood Road. Again, special education, we're going to be completely renovating the Little Theater. And also addressing, again, the fenced wood line, replacing a basketball court. The northeast field over at the complex does not have very good irrigation. It takes on a lot of water. It's not usable for a lot of the year. So we want to try to address some of those drainage issues, not irrigation, drainage issues. And then a lot of asphalt paving improvements, which you can see. Milton Terrace, along the same lines, will be fencing in a north side courtyard that's used exclusively by some of our special education students. Repaving, replacing the calf stage partition, repaving some of the lots and sidewalks, just enhancing the overall experience. So I'll start with number 6. This is that maintenance building that I alluded to. So the red is the proposed addition. Number 2 here are the improvements to the basketball court and also the other play area. This is the field that we want to address some of the drainage issues, the entryways to both Milton Terrace and Wood Road, and then some paving in general all around, and then obviously fencing things in. At the middle school, so the middle school and high school, a lot of the work will be done at the middle school and high school. In our last project, the heavy focus was on the elementary buildings and some academic spaces, and so we've turned the focus to some of our secondary buildings for this particular project. And so a lot of planning has gone into these next slides here. I'll start overall project. So this is something that we knew we had to do, a complete replacement of both the high school and middle school roof. Initially, we thought it was going to be a full tear-off, but after some testing and just the wonderful job that our maintenance crew does, we realized that we did not need a full tear-off, and we can do an overlayment, which still gives us about a 20-year warranty. And so with the savings that we had from not having to do a full tear-off, we were able to then reallocate those funds into some other projects that we've addressed. We talked about the kitchen renovations. That will include a full replacement of the cafeteria floor, a new walk-in freezer. The kitchen, I believe, is 1950. Air conditioning for the gymnasium, air conditioning for the CAF. Media center renovation, really opening up the health suite, the nurse's office. It's very confined right now, so we're going to do more of an open concept. Storefront replacement, some toilet room renovations. Here are some other components here, new kitchen equipment, media center renovation, putting in a sound system in the orchestra room. So as you'll see, we've done a lot for the performing arts. The little theater renovation, sound system for the orchestra room, and as you'll see, a complete renovation of the high school auditorium coming as well. Middle school pump station, obviously replacing the roof. The nurse's office, so this is the plan. A lot more open concept, so you have kind of some more private kind of resting areas here for our students who are sick, kind of a couple workstations for the nurses, private exam room here, full functional bathroom, toilet room. Our media center right now in the middle school, there is no library classroom. And so as you saw, our media specialists having to get loud and whatnot, so we're creating a library classroom. And in order to do that, what we've discovered is that if we're able to move the special education suite, so there's a lot of offices and conference rooms there, we flip that to the front of the library, then we can kind of go through this wall and create a library classroom, which will just be a huge improvement for the day-to-day operations of the students, but also the staff will be able to use that for professional development opportunities after school, and just something that's really lacking that is needed at the middle school. And here are just some potential renderings of what that middle school media center will look like. At the high school, as we talked about, tremendous amount of work going on at the high school. Again, obviously the roof, but we'll start here in the red, CTE. So, we talked about some storage, some components there, but we're also going to be adding some air conditioning to where the machining and the welding is done. It gets very hot in there. The high school itself has air conditioning. One of the components that we want to address right away is the cooling towers, as you saw from the video. Approaching 30 years old, they're starting to rust. We're not on borrowed time yet, but we don't want to get there and play that game. So, that will be kind of the first phase of this project, is replacing the high school cooling towers, and that will happen this summer. Bringing some air conditioning to the gymnasium, replacing the chillers. One of the components that we're addressing, so this currently is our current weight room. It's very small. We're going to have a fitness center, wellness center addition off of the back of the high school, and then we'll be taking down the wall there, and this will actually add about an additional 1,200 square feet to the auxiliary gym, which is something that our PE teachers and staff are really excited about, and just another space. A couple of health and safety components. So, anyone who has dropped their child off at the high school or middle school, I'm sure has had points of frustration with drop-off or pickup. And so one of the things we're trying to do is address the flow of traffic. And so we'll be adding a left turn only exit, which I'll show you in a couple slides down the road, and that'll potentially help with the flow of traffic. So we'll have one stream of traffic turning right, we'll have one stream of traffic turning left, and we've been working with the town of Ballston. If you've driven by the high school, you see the nice sidewalk connecting up to Route 50. The push-button crosswalk is hopefully going to go in soon, and so that'll be just a huge safety element for students crossing. At the end of the day, there won't be any traffic because we'll have cars going right, cars going left, and then in the middle, students crossing. Replacing the generator, fencing the wood line, ADA accessible workstations for our special education classrooms. Again, we talked about the chillers and cooling towers. additional single occupancy student toilet rooms. And so we'll be looking to take the current bathroom setup and adding additional single occupancy. So instead of having the traditional, 6 or 8 stall bathrooms, we're going to go to single occupancy, and I think that'll just help with the flow across the high school. We're paving a lot of the parking lots, additional parking improvements. In terms of arts and educational improvements, so a full renovation of the high school auditorium. You just saw our troop here. This is used not only by troop, but also launching pad. We have hundreds of students involved in the performing arts, and really, we are without question at the top or the top school when it comes to our music program. So making sure that we're trying to give our kids the best to kind of match their performances. We want them to have a really nice space they can be proud of. And this is something that throughout this entire project, we want our students to just feel a sense of pride when they walk onto their facilities and they look around and they say, wow, we really do have top-notch facilities here. And so, the theme is just trying to match the talent. So we'll be replacing the auditorium seating, replacing the lighting, making improvements there, replacing the carpet, creating a sound nest control booth. Right now, they just kind of tape it off and move a lot of equipment in for shows. Modifying the HVAC on stage. There are some line sets that aren't usable, so we're going to address that and some storage issues. But also adding some sound systems to the band and chorus rooms. So just a real big upgrade for all our performing arts. And this is also utilized during the concert series by our elementary students, our community. We pack the auditorium for our shows, and so this will be a real nice addition to everything. Also, in this particular space that we're in right now, we'll be making some modifications to the media center, and then we talked about some storage upgrades to the CTE classrooms. So the media center, what we have kind of over there behind the curtain is kind of a makeshift teacher professional development area that isn't very private. So we're going to actually put some walls up and make sure that we have a space for our staff to have some professional development, some professional learning there. What you see over here, these will be 2 breakout classrooms, and with kind of an accordion door, and that'll be able to be open so we can fit a larger area here, and making some modifications to the existing library classroom just to open it up a little bit more, make it more usable. The Wellness Fitness Center, so currently our weight room is about 850 square feet. As you saw from the video, it's very small, it's very tight. It's actually amazing the amount of things that they do in there with that such a tight space. So the proposed plan here is to go from existing 850 square feet to about 3,000 square feet with an athletic training room within the Wellness Fitness Center. Right now, our athletic trainer has 1 table and a desk, and then it's the ice maker, and it's all cramped in. We're going to move that out. We're going to put it here. At the high school, we currently have no cardio equipment, so this will allow us to have some cardio equipment. This will be utilized throughout the day with our PE classes. It will be utilized by students after school, and obviously our athletes will be able to utilize this. Just some renderings of the proposals for the actual fitness center. So there's also a tremendous amount of work going on at the site. So much like our music and theater programs, our student athletes, they regularly compete for sectional titles, and we just congratulated a team going off to states tonight. This past fall, we had over 500 students competing in our fall sports. And so every year, last year we had almost 1,400 students competing across 78 teams at all different levels. So just a tremendous amount of opportunities there for our students just to kind of enhance their academic and educational experience. And so you see a lot of proposals here, a turf stadium field. We're moving the tennis courts from the current area over to this field and going from 8 to 10 courts. This will allow all the matches to go off at the same time. But by doing this, we actually increase the parking number of spots by about 190, and it'll also improve our drop-off and pickup for the middle school. Creating a new track complex, going from a 6-lane to 8-lane with a steeplechase. That allows us to host sectional events, allows us to host regional events. A nice, lit causeway here. Both of these fields will have lights on them. We talked about the left turn only, so this is the front of the high school, and so this is the proposed left turn only. So people will come in, the senior lot is here. If you want to take a right this way, you want to take a left that way, and then here's the crosswalk, so that'll be a lot safer for our students crossing Ballston Ave. When we take a closer look at the main stadium renovation, so multi-purpose turf field, we're expanding the footprint because we're able to take the track off. This will be lined for football, soccer, lacrosse. Brand new ADA accessible entryway, some expansion of the visitor bleachers. The home bleachers will stay the same, but we're going to do a double level press box. Track and field complex, again, 8 lanes, long jump, pole vault, steeplechase, toilet area, concession area, field lights, storage, a scoreboard here, and also synthetic turf on the inside, which will be lined potentially lacrosse, soccer, and girls flag football. And so the referendum schedule, so we are kind of here, and our vote is December 9th, 2025. And this particular project is actually broken up into 4 phases. Phase 1A is what we talked about, replacing the high school cooling towers. And so we vote on the 9th. Assuming we pass, our paperwork gets sent to the state on December 10th so that we're able to address the cooling towers this summer. What I also want to mention is, a lot of this work will be done concurrently. And so, that is a testament to, Saratoga Project Management. There's a lot of work being done here in a very short amount of time. The planning that has gone into this has been absolutely tremendous. Phase 1B will be addressing everything we talked about at Wood Road, Milton Terrace, transportation in the Eastern Ave building. Soon thereafter, all the work starts Phase 2 for high school, middle school. And then our final phase is Phase 3, Malta Ave, Gordon Creek, the grounds building and maintenance. And so really, the vote is at the end of 25. We start work at 26, and we're really completed in 2031. So a lot of work being done in a very short amount of time, but it's really going to upgrade a lot of things for our students, for our staff, for our community, and really make us a leader in the region. What I've done here is kind of break things down cost by phase. And so Phase 1A, the cooling towers, we're coming in just over $1 million. Phase 1B, when you take a look at Wood Road and Milton Terrace, about 6.5. The bus garage and Eastern Ave, about 6.2. You add those together, the cost for Phase 1B is about 12.8 million. Phase 2, obviously our largest phase, $41 million, and that's everything, all inclusive at the high school, middle school, the site work, the full scope, everything. And then Phase 3, Malta Ave, Gordon Creek, 4.5, grounds and maintenance, about 2.1, coming in at just over 6.5 million. When you put it all together, total project cost. Here's where the planning has been instrumental, and I give Brian all the credit for this. We've been saving for this capital project for many years. We have almost $8 million saved, so that will bring down our total borrowed cost to $54 million. When you add the interest cost on that, the total debt, $75 million. $254,195. We do get state building aid on a significant portion, so almost $50 million of that, which leaves the net remaining share, $26,732,000. And so factoring everything in, when we take a look at the average assessed value single-family home in the district, that comes in at about $390,000 and $447. So what that means is over the years, the 19 years, we're looking at $87.46 per year to the taxpayer, which works out to about $7.20 per month, which is something that we talked about. We want it to be as fiscally responsible as possible with this project, and I believe that we have achieved that. There is just a tremendous amount of work that is being done, and the ask, I think, is very, very responsible. So these are the presentations. Obviously, this is the last one tonight, but we call this the road show. So we've presented to many different stakeholders. The newsletters have gone out. Kelly Delaney Elliott and Melissa Glaster have done a tremendous job with the website, with promotions, and we'll have a final push here just to remind folks that our vote is on Tuesday, December 9th. Polling hours, 7 a.m. to 9, so it'll just be like the annual budget vote. You have your polling stations here at the high school, and you have the other polling station over at Malta Town Hall. And so with that, That is the conclusion of the presentation. If anyone has any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Just want to thank everyone involved for the planning and the forethought and the thoughtful work. I think we are touching a lot of different areas that will be improvements for our student experience and our community as well, with the work over at the Eastern Avenue Playground and our facilities here. So we look forward to being able to communicate out a few reminders about this between now and the 9th. And we are very much grateful for the community's support. And thank you.
Thank you. That does conclude Superintendent's report.
All right, thank you. Committee reports. We had a policy committee.
Yes. The policy committee met this evening for the first time this year, and we reviewed the policy audit. And last year, we updated 14 policies in the 2024-25 school year. And this year, we are looking at policy 5321, use of district credit cards. And the policy is looking to increase the credit card limit per credit card from $15,000 to $20,000 per card for a total of $80,000. The total used to be $30,000, so we are going to be looking to have 4 total credit cards that are in the district's hands unless they are needed by someone doing official business of the district. And we scheduled tentative meetings for January 21st, March 18th, and May 6th.
Thank you. Any questions regarding the policy committee? All right, thank you. Correspondence to the district.
So we had 7 total this time, 6 emails, 1 call, all regarding student matters.
And since the last board meeting, the board has received 1 email regarding a student matter. Announcements. Ms. Delaney Elliott, welcome.
Good evening. On November 20th, in addition to the high school troops presentation, which you heard about, we have our 5th webinar in the Parents as Partners series. The topic is how to talk with your teen about depression and suicide and to let them know it's okay to ask for help. Also on the 20th, Milton Terrace is having their SPAC dance showcase at 6:30 p.m. On November 22nd, the NYSSMA Zone 7 Area All-State Concert will take place at 2 p.m. at Proctor's Theater. We have 9 Ballston Spa students participating who qualified against students from 9 different counties in the state. So in sports terminology, this is the equivalent of a regional competition, and this is the largest number of students that we've had qualifying in many years. November 24th and 25th are elementary parent conference days, and it'll be half days for elementary students. November 26th through 28th, there's no school for November recess, and December 3rd is our next board meeting.
And do we have the location for the Parents as Partners webinar, or it's
They're
just,
virtual.
It's just virtual.
Yeah, and all the information is on the website to register.
Thank you. Any other announcements from our community liaisons?
The Ballston Spa Education Foundation is doing their holiday auction. It begins December 2nd. on Giving Tuesday and runs through December 7th at 12 p.m. December 7th at 12 p.m. And we are still looking for donations. So if you or someone you know is interested in donating to the auction, that would be greatly appreciated. And you can reach out to me or the Ballston Spa Education Foundation. Otherwise, board members, you were given a QR code to shop when it is time. And people at home, they are going to be posted all throughout the schools and in the Friday recap and online as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Old business. Do we have old business from the district? No. Old business from our board members? On to new business. I have a motion to approve resolution number 269, budget principles and guidelines.
So moved.
Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 269 passes. Is there a motion to approve resolution number 270, agreement, tax assessment settlement?
So moved.
Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 270 passes. I have a motion to approve resolution number 271, agreement, professional services.
So moved.
Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 271 passes. I have a motion to approve resolution number 272, appointment of chairperson, chief inspectors, and election inspectors.
So moved.
Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 273 passes. I have a motion to approve resolution number 274, field trip, ice hockey.
So moved.
Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 274 passes.
Jason's point.
I'm sorry?
Did you skip 273?
Yeah, we skipped
I
273.
don't think so.
We
Oh, I
did skip
think I did.
273. Yes.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Looks like I skipped 273. May I have a motion to approve resolution number 273, acceptance of donation?
So moved.
Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 273 passes. I have a motion to approve resolution number 275, field trip, varsity girls basketball.
So moved.
Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 275 passes. I have a motion to approve resolution number 276, field trip, varsity girls swim team.
So moved.
Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 276 passes. I have a motion to approve resolution number 277, award of bid, folding partition.
So moved.
Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 277 passes. I have a motion to approve resolution number 278, obsolete equipment.
So moved.
Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 278 passes. I have a motion to approve resolution number 279, placement of students with disabilities.
So moved.
Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 279 passes. I have a motion to approve resolution number 280, placement of preschool students with disabilities.
So moved.
Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 280 passes. So next up is our consent agenda. There is a resolution within that we are going to have to amend. So our consent agenda, it will be resolutions number 281 and then resolutions number 283 through 296 will be recognized as the consent agenda for the purpose of Board of Education action. The resolution we're going to consider separately will be number 282, and we will deal with that after we go through the consent agenda. So, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda, resolution number 281, and then resolutions number 283 through 296?
So moved.
Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? The consent agenda passes. Do we have anyone to recognize? No. Okay. All right. Resolution number 282. The effective date needs to be updated on that. So first, may I have a motion to amend resolution number 282, resignation for the purpose of retirement, and the amendment will be to change the effective date to June 27th, 2026.
So moved.
Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 282 will be amended to have an effective date of 6/27/2026. Now, may I have a motion to approve resolution number 282, resignation for the purpose of retirement?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 282 passes. Any other new business from the district, from board members? Okay. Do we have any representation from our associations? I do not see anyone. PTA, PTSA news. Our Gordon Creek PTA is hosting Santa's Magical Express on Saturday, December 6th at 3 p.m. Their next meeting is Thursday, January 8th. It will be virtual. The Malta Avenue PTA, their next meeting will be December 2nd, and their meetings are virtual. They are still looking for event chairs. Malta parents, caregivers help out. And their Malta Avenue's Got Talent show is December 8th. Milton Terrace PTA, they're hosting a staff appreciation lunch on Thursday, December 4th, and they want to celebrate their awesome staff. They're looking for donations. Milton Terrace PTA next meeting is Tuesday, December 2nd at 6 p.m. And the Wood Road PTA, their Scotty's Dance Party fundraising event is going on this week.
Getting clarification that the talent show is the 10th.
Oh, the 10th. That's right. Okay. Excuse me. Malta Avenue Talent Show on 12/10. All right. We are now at the time for public comment. Do we have anyone signed up? We do not. So our next meeting will be on Wednesday, December 3rd. And we do not have reason to go into executive session tonight. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you to all watching on the live stream. Thank you to all.